Breaking news, General Robert E. Lee has surrendered. Here on the 9th of April, 1865, General Robert E. Lee has surrendered like the cruel slaveholder he is. He became trapped by our General Ulysses S. Grant and his valiant and brave troops in the Valley of Appomattox, Virginia. As you can see by this diagram, General Ulysses S. Grant, in bold, beat that slime-ridden slob and trapped him in the valley before drying him of all of his resources. General Lee finally gave up and wrote a letter to our wonderful General Grant, who graciously allowed Lee to meet up with him to discuss the terms of the surrender. Some Confederate armies have not yet surrendered, but we can be sure they will soon. This long war could soon be over. Now we are honored to have a guest speaker and expert on the subject to join us, President Lincoln.
Hello, thank you for having me here. I was very pleased to hear news of General Lee's surrender yesterday. While there is still fighting, I have been told that it is soon to stop once word gets out that General Lee has surrendered. Before his surrender, General Grant asked Lee to surrender on April 7th, but he wished to remain fighting. After being beaten by the Union at the Appomattox Station on April 8th and the Appomattox Courthouse on April 9th, Lee decided to surrender. He had no chance of winning further battles or escaping, and important supplies had been taken by the Union. So he wrote a note to General Grant, as was said earlier, and General Grant allowed him to meet with him at the McLean House, a private home in Appomattox, Virginia. The Union troops graciously gave the Confederate troops food as their supplies had been taken. And so the Confederate and Union troops are now both alive and well. The Union troops have been fighting valiantly and will hopefully overcome the Confederacy quite soon. In the meantime, I and many other Americans mourn all the lives that have been lost in this war. Thank you very much for your time. Long live America.